start again, and now I will talk to Nidhana, which is her tantric name, which means treasure. And she's also an expert practitioner concerning female ejaculation and female sexual rights and rituals. And well, Nidhana, I was just wondering, we heard from your colleague that it's kind of divine power. How do you feel that? And how was your first experience with ejaculation?
It wasn't at all about ejaculation that led up to it. It was never about ejaculation, and even today it's not really about that. It's more about the journey, the emotions. That is, to me, it's the important aspect. And the thing that kind of led up to that was that I don't know how many years ago it was, maybe 10 years ago or something. I was quite a sexual young woman, and basically completely cut off from my heart, from my feeling sense. So I was going out and being quite kind of playing a kind of sexy game and dressing in a sexy way and having a lot of fun, but ultimately completely cut off. And I found a therapist that I started to work with, a sexual healer, and it was like going through a journey of kind of de-armoring. And I never even realised any of this. It was it just fell into my lap. I didn't even know that I had this kind of issues. And it was about realising that actually my sexuality was completely numbed out. I was completely numbed out.
But what made you decide to go to this sexual healer? I mean,
I know this sounds a bit cosmic and far out, but in my life, a lot of the time I don't even know why I found certain things. It's like some calling that there was something more. I just knew there was something more. And I think as well I just started a relationship, and there was a lot of shame. I wasn't really, I was putting out, I was really empowered and very sexual, but when it came down to it, I was scared, I was ashamed, I was cut off, numb, and it was all a game, it was all a play. So I'd look really like I was enjoying it. I learned to be in certain positions and look in a certain way that looked like I was really open, and it was just a complete fraud. So this was like the beginning of uncovering that. And
what happened in this process and after this process, when you were uncovered?
Well, to begin with, actually, I just completely freaked out, and I stopped. I had like 2 sessions with this healer, and I completely freaked out and didn't come back for about a year, because I just thought I didn't trust this person at all, this guy. What does he want? Why is he going to do this work with me? And it brought up all this stuff. It took a year of realising that distrust was actually my stuff. It was nothing to do with him. And then after that year, I made the decision to really face everything and go into it. And so we had about, I think it was maybe a year, I don't even remember how long it was, of regular sessions with him. And just going into not just, he would hold the space basically where he would do very deep massage and body work that would include the vagina, the yoni, and the breasts and everything. But every step of the way there was another layer of hatred, anger, distrust, shame, crying, screaming, telling him to F off, everything you can think of. And he held a space for all of this stuff to come out of my body. And it was just step by step of kind of, you could call it like coming back to wholeness.
Okay. And how did you relate to him? I mean, and how did he relate to you? I mean, did you become lovers, or is it a different kind of relationship? What happens in such a relationship? I'm wondering.
Not even once was it something personal, something to do with being lovers. It had nothing to do with that.
What's the difference then?
The difference is he was healing me. He was healing me. And of course there's a lot of love. He's a wonderful person, a wonderful man. But it's not somebody who I would have a... It's an interesting question. It's an interesting question because it's like, why is it we have certain people that is our relationships, certain people are a lover, certain people we go to as a healer? To be honest, I don't know if I could actually answer that, but it's like a knowing that things fit into place because you're meant to, you know. It's it's like so often we get together with somebody and we have a relationship with somebody, when actually it should never have been a relationship. It should maybe have been a friendship, or it should have been maybe just a one night, or it should have... So many times we get it wrong. We're not actually aligning to the true relationship that it should be. And in this case, I needed somebody, and it came through in this incredible way, gift. I needed somebody to hold the space for me without going into any personal kind of, I don't know what you would call it. I wasn't there for him, basically, and maybe that's the difference. I wasn't there for him. I wasn't supporting him, and maybe that is the difference. When you're in a kind of deeper relationship, there's more balance. You're there for the man, man's there for you. When you go to a healer, you're not really there for him emotionally. You know, he's kind of really there for you, and you pay him, or you know, he's there for you. I think so. It's kind of more one-sided.
Could you have released all these emotions and blockages within regular sexological therapy by talking sessions?
No way.
No?
No way. No. Point blank. Forget it. Nope.
And why not?
Fat no.
And why not?
It's just not possible. It's in the body. You can't just talk about it. You can gain knowledge and wisdom. You can gain understanding. Therapy is fantastic. You can learn so much about yourself. But when it comes down to actually healing it so that you can live in a new body in a new way, you've got to get into the body. You need touch. You need to get inside. You need to get in there. Otherwise, it's just talk. And then you have people going around believing that they're healed and that they're okay, and inside the body is still kind of like walking around in a bit of pain.
What are you going to do with your experience now? I mean, are you teaching other women? Are you...
I've done some women's groups, and I'm working in different areas of the community. But, you know, at one stage I kind of, because it's so incredible when it happens and you kind of want to serve other people and do it with other people. And I think it will always be there. And I do sessions occasionally with other people. But now kind of my life's calling me to do kind of normal jobs, and just normal, you know. I've done so much of the alternative stuff, and now I'm just no one would kind of know that, you know, a lot of the kind of jobs and things I do now, I would no way be able to discuss this kind of work or this journey, you know. So
it feels like keeping a secret because you can't discuss your real trueness as a woman.
Yeah, but that's what society's like, you know. That's not just in certain jobs, that's the nature of society. If we all were completely open in ourselves, I mean, things are drastically changing and falling apart nicely, but there's still a lot of fear out there, huge amount of fear, and especially around sexuality. Lots of things are forbidden. There's just a lot of pain as well, and shame, and it's global, it's massive. So I need to be quite sensitive to what's going on, otherwise, you know, I could be in serious trouble.
I know.